You can see the small rock island there, and then further out and slightly to the right you can see another rock island. There's a row of reef that runs between these two islands and continues on to the north and south, and this protects the bay and makes it a very safe natural anchorage for the cray boats. Even during very rough weather, even the tail end of cyclones, we never have waves more than about half a metre high. There's a fair bit of water surge, but not big breakers, so it is very safe for the boats. If you have a look out to the right, you can see quite a few of the boats at their moorings. During the crayfishing season, which runs from the 15th of November through to the 30th of June of the following year, we have between 50 and 60 cray boats that fish out of here. Most of the boats are licensed to fish around about 100-110 pots. So you're looking at between 6 and 6,500 pots in the water off the coast here. So it is quite a busy fishing town, although they're not having a terribly good season this year. Does anyone have any questions about the crayfishing?
Is it only because the season's early yet?
No, they normally have a big run of crayfish where they catch between 10 and 20 bags a day around the end of December, January, and it just didn't happen this year. They had catches of 3 or 4 bags, but not their big catches. So they're hoping. It usually goes quiet during February, they don't catch a terrible lot, and then in March they usually have another run which they call the Reds, which means they fish the reef fairly hard, and they usually get reasonable catches then. So they're hoping that this year they'll have a good Reds, because the whites weren't very good at all. They're called whites because they've just molted and their shells are very soft and light, and the red ones, because they're in on the reef, their shells are very thick and very red, so that's why they distinguish between the two types of crayfish. Any other questions? No? If you have a look up the beach to the right, you can see the jetties up there. There are 3 jetties that service the crayfishing industry, and just north of those jetties is a small slip yard where the fishermen can pull their boats out of the water for minor repairs and maintenance. It's difficult for me to give a commentary, but I will stop 2 or 3 times to point out points of interest. But before we head down there, I'd just like to take you into Lake Thetis to show you the stromatolite.